Then jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Turn it up, y'all. Peak flow. Are you ready? Set. Jump to the rhythm as hard as you can go. Keep it steady, to the letter, right? Turn it up, we giving the show. But can you rock it like rocket fuel? What you talking about? Space out your mind. But can you rock it like rockets, fool? That's a close encounter of what kind? But can you rock it like rocket fuel?
Coach, thank you. EA Sports coverage of the National Football League takes us to the Queen City of Cincinnati and Paul Brown Stadium right on the banks of the Ohio River. This crowd loves their orange and black. The scene just a short time ago, they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. We're ready for football as the Bengals get set to do battle with Tom Brady and the New England Patriots. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback.
Let's go. Ready. Time to end it. Let's go, let's go. Watch safety creep. Watch safety creeping. Safety's creeping. Watch the safety creep.
This is Joe Mixon, fourth in the NFL in rushing last season. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. It's a Bengal first down, a pickup of 11.
And there we see an early burst that makes him one of the leading rushers in the league.
Well, I want you to know, I listened to you yesterday when we were watching film. You said write down the word vision for him. It was on display there, wasn't it?
It certainly was, because he allows the blocks to set up in front of him. And if that continues, it could be a long afternoon for those guys trying to play some defense.
And he'll give it here to his running back. 7 yards on the pickup there, and it'll leave him with a 2nd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
So they'll come up after the gain of 7 on a 2nd and 3.
Watch QB drop. Watch twist. Watch the twist. Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist.
Now Joe Mixon. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Back to Mixon on first down. And he's got some space here. 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown on the season. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. So they start this game just like they won. Opening drive touchdown, a nice run there to finish it off.
Yeah, that's what we call an explosive run because of the distance. And being able to do that, that puts a little uncertainty in the minds of your opponent.
Extra point up and good by Bullock. And that makes the score 7-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll probably wish he'd reconsidered here. It will cost him 10 yards as he's down at the 15.
Well, conventional football 101, tells us if you don't get it back to the 20-yard line on a kickoff return, that's a disappointment. But some of these teams, special teams coaches, with approval by the head coach, they give them full authority to go ahead and bring it out and try to be aggressive, almost what we call the green light, red light theory. Green light means go, red light means stop. Looks like he had green on that play.
Brady and the Patriots now, 1st and 10 at their own 15. A bit of an opening there on the first down run as they get this forward for about 6 yards. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
Brings up 2nd and 4. At the 21-yard line. Switch. Check. Hey, check 24.
Brady gives this to White. And he'll get to the 29-yard line, brought down there. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Wait, that 53. You ain't got nothing. Tighten up.
First down, here's White. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. Charles, already trailing by touchdown early. This offense, how imperative is it for them to get points out of this drive?
Well, they feel like they have to go ahead and match because of what was already on the board against their defense. But I think even more so, you just want to avoid 3 and outs. You want to be able to stay on the field for a little while, let your defense catch their breath a little bit, even if you don't score any points.
Oh, a big decision here early. Look at this. They're going to go for it on their own side of the field. They do go for it. It's Brady. And they will not be able to hook up there. It's incomplete. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And that will force a turnover on downs. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Watch the twist. Check the backer. Back. Check 24. Kill. Tight dog.
On the run, it's Mixon. Good yardage as he rumbles for 24 and a first. One thing's for sure, this defense has to figure out how to stop the ground game. He's eating him up here in the first quarter.
It looks like they have to go to different forces, aren't they? The conventional things aren't working too well. So I remember a coach of mine saying way back when a back's having a great game, you've got to get the ball out of his hands. See how far he can run without the ball. And what he meant was takeaways, knock it loose, because maybe you can't just stop him with just regular tackling.
So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal.
Come on, baby. Come on, let's go.
And he'll find Hall. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. An 11-yard touchdown. And the Bengals, they widen their lead.
It's never fun for a defense to run on the field knowing that they're having to defend a short field. Just the idea of trying to limit an offense in that position, daunting for a defense.
Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it back to just about the 25. Call it the 24-yard line.
Here we go.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down. Carl Lawson able to record his 5th sack of the season. Now following the sack, they'll come up here on a 2nd down and 12.
Watch the run. Watch the run.
Hey, go 66.
Here's Brady to throw. Caught by the tight end Watson. And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. 12 yards there and a first down. Second tour of duty for Watson with the Patriots. Remember, New England drafted him way back in 2004 out of Northwestern. He retired in the offseason after finishing the campaign with New Orleans, but decided to come back for one more go-around with the Patriots, and they might need him, especially with Rob Gronkowski no longer in uniform.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before they...
Well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. That throw by Brady, incomplete.
Well, it certainly appears that they're going to try and keep getting him the football. That's the 3rd time they've looked in his direction. Unfortunately, haven't completed one yet, but I'm not sure they're going to shy away from him. They feel like they've got something there, and they want to capitalize on it.
I think you're right. We're only in the first quarter, so a lot of opportunities ahead. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, it's Brady. And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off near the 44. And he's going to take this one back to the 37-yard line. So more problems here in this first quarter. Already 2 scores down, and here they give away the football.
And if I'm the head coach, I think it's time to start lighting a fire under some of these guys. Now, you have to do it within your personality. They can't perceive it as fake. But I'd go get after some guys because they don't look ready to play to me. They look flat, uninspired. It's time to get moving.
7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
7-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 3 at the Patriots 30.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. Jackson now. Throw left side complete. It's Hall. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
At the 24-yard line.
Let's go now. 6 yards. We got double tight. Double tight. 3 down.
Play action. It's Jackson. This is caught. 23 yards, the final tally. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Now whistles come in. We're going to get a timeout here by the offense. And that's their 2nd charge timeout here in this first quarter. They're down to 1 remaining.
Double tight. Double tight. Five down. Stand up in.
49, check 49, check 49.
Shoot.
They're going to go with a tight end here on the running play. And he is in. Touchdown, Bengals. Tyler Eifert, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Bengals, they widen their lead. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he'd taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Throwing on second down. Brady. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady's throw on 3rd down there is incomplete. Problems on 3rd down so far in this first half. Relatively small sample size, but they're now 0 for 3.
And the average in the league, somewhere around 40% on 3rd down for offenses. So what's the answer to this? Either convert them or don't get to 3rd down in the first place. Get your big chunks of yards on 1st and 2nd down.
And no move to get the offense off the field. Despite failing once, they're going to go again here on 4th down. He'll try and throw for it here. That's to his running back, complete. And he's got the first down yardage before being taken down at midfield. 4th down conversion plays, you usually think 1, 2, 3 yards, maybe 10. Not there. What a huge pickup as the Sticks make a drastic shift forward. Here's White. And he's going to be stopped up at about the 47-yard line. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Watch twist, watch twist. Check 3, check it.
On 2nd down, they'll run with White. Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down.
Well, if the coaching staff's doing a good job upstairs, they'll file away what they just saw from the defense right there. They sold out to stop that running play. I'd say keep that in mind. They want to try that again. Go play action, hit them over the top.
And Brady's throw there, incomplete. So a couple of first downs on this drive, but it's looking like another empty possession.
And those empty possessions are certainly starting to pile up. So the adjustments that teams talk about all the time have to be taking place. They've got to analyze what's breaking down and figure a way to fix it.
No move to get the offense off the field here. They've converted once on this drive. On 4th, they'll go again and try it once more. Now, meanwhile, they go for it on 4th down, and my goodness, incomplete. The Patriots come up empty on 4th down, and the Bengals will get the football back. So good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 44. Here's Jackson to throw. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. But one thing's for sure, they're still taking their shots downfield, even with a big lead.
I think it's way too early to go into a shell, so I like what they're doing. Continue to take your shots. Continue to be aggressive. It's not their job to slow themselves down.
And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Lauren's guy able to bring him down.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
On 2nd and 9, Jackson, he completes it to Boyd. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Patriots' 31-yard line. Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. Jackson from the shotgun. And his throw's going to be incomplete. His big tight end, Tyler Eifert, the intended receiver. But it's going to be 2nd down. That pass just a little bit off. It looked like maybe he tried to force it in there.
Game speed, always different, no matter what you do in practice. Can't simulate it, right? So your decision-making, everything has to be a little bit quicker. Sometimes it can throw you off until you adjust.
They throw again on 2nd down. This one's complete. It's a pickup of 17 and a first down.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down, executed it to perfection. And they get to him quickly here as he stopped right around the 13. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
Well, they had that one sniffed out. Excellent run blitz. Stopped that one for a short gain.
What makes a good run blitz a good run blitz?
The ability to stay on task, to follow up your assignment, go to the gap you're supposed to cover, and not be deterred by anything else.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jackson. And a quick shuffle pass here is complete. And they'll lose yardage here. They go backwards to the 13-yard line.
And the shuffle pass to the running back goes for no yardage, but they used to call that the Utah pass, made famous by Coach Cactus Jack Curtis and his quarterback, Lee Grosskopf.
And he's got it. And they corral him just a couple yards shy of the end zone. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
I think a lot of people ask the same question all the time. Why do we see so many slants in the red zone? Well, the windows are tighter. Everything's more condensed. It has to be quicker, and you've got to deliver the ball on time. Your biggest worry, ball gets tipped in the air, because if that happens, then it's fair game for the defense.
They'll come out in the pistol. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll come up after the sack on a 2nd and 12. Jackson. Got his man. It's Eifert. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That time the completion goes for 4 yards, and we're set up with a 3rd and goal. 3rd and goal. Jackson, and that's going to be knocked away in the end zone. It's incomplete. The veteran Stephon Gilmore able to break that one up.
Let's give this defense some credit now. They let the guys get downfield, but when push came to shove, they stood their ground, and now they'll likely force a field goal attempt.
The offense stays out there. A big challenge here from this far back, but they're going for it on 4th and goal.
He can't hang. He's not going to give me.
They'll try and throw for it with Jackson. And a good return here as he takes it up past the 30-yard line. Those INTs all sting, but you throw one in the red zone, I think especially as a rookie, maybe it stings a little bit more.
I think what you're saying is they don't all count the same, do they? Right? Interceptions in the red zone that you've given up points now, those are precious, so you have to learn from those and in a hurry.
Looking for more there on first down, but this throw downfield, incomplete. Cameron Meredith, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
Brady's incompletion on first down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw, it's Brady. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead them up 3rd and long. Brady now to throw. And the pressure gets to him again. And they're going to go for this. Just 1 for 3 so far on 4th down tries. They're trying again. That's complete. It's Gordon. And now this is going to depend on the spot. And they say he's just short. A surprising move to go for it, predictably, at least somewhat predictably. It doesn't pay off, and the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here. A free 5 yards as the defense jumps.
I know it's an anticipation game for them, but it's also a reaction game, and they reacted poorly on that one.
Come on here, come get some.
Play action. Now Jackson. He'll buy some time right. He'll let this go end zone for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. So they'll come up after the incompletion for 2nd down. They hand off to their big tight end.
Well, partner, they've been running it well the entire game, and the big guys up front, they're a huge reason why. And now they're reaping the benefits as they continue to open up big holes and gain nice yardage.
An extra corner comes on now for the Patriots D on 3rd down.
Big stop, let's go. Watch out, watch out, watch out, watch out.
And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. Only 3 there on the pickup, but that's enough to move the chains. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. So with 4 seconds to go in the half, here's the field goal unit onto the field. From the right hash, this from 45 yards away. And this one is right down Broadway. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 19-yard
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
Whip. Watch the whip. Let me go.
Opting to run again here with White. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
Hadn't had a ton of success here so far, but you get the feeling that he might be on the verge of popping one.
Yeah, even on that one, there was a little bit of a hole, but it closed there quickly at the end.
Kill. Turn it. Regular.
On first down, White. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. A loss of a full 3 yards, and now it's second down.
What do you think, Brandon? I like the intensity this defense is showing right here in these first few drives. They're not just holding the line because they're doing their job, but they're doing more than that, aren't they? They're getting a nice push into the offensive backfield.
And a great example right there for the loss on the tackle. And he'll get about 4 across the 30 to the 32.
Oftentimes we praise an offense for their variety of being able to hit people with the run in the pass, but in this game, how about what we're seeing from the safeties? They are all over the field. Doesn't matter if they threw it or if they're trying to run it.
I don't think we've ever awarded an MVU, most valuable unit, but you're right, it might go to them in this game.
I like that, MVU. Well done.
And a tough ask here. They're going to go for it on 4th down and 9. Brady. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Bengals are going to get it back in terrific field position. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
I'm scared.
From the gun, Jackson. Being chased out left. And he'll avoid the tackle there with a slide. He'll get 5 out of the scramble. It's second down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
On the crossing route, complete. It's Hall. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. As his guys are in for 6. As his guys continue to pour it on.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can. He rifles one that's intercepted. William Jackson with a pick. And they'll start out with great field position at the 47-yard line in enemy territory.
The Bengals take over 1st and 10 at the 47-yard line.
After the interception, here's Jackson. Got a man open. It's Ross. And all the way in for a Cincinnati score. John Ross, his 9th touchdown of the season as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. And correct me if I'm wrong, that was just a simple fly route, wasn't it?
No, there's nothing to correct at all. You've got it down pat. And I just remember as a player, when I'd be in practice sessions and I'd hear 9 from the receivers, that meant fly route, go, look out. That was the 9, and he just kept going all the way into the end zone for the touchdown.
This is fielded a couple yards deep. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here at the 30-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. That one good for a first down pickup of 18 yards. Brady, just 5 of 16 throwing the ball, but he's got a 1st and 10. Throwing now is Brady. Able to get this to Gordon. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders. Hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone, or
better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The throw on 2nd down by Brady is incomplete. We saw this a lot in the first half, and it continues. These receivers just not able to get much separation.
So that means they have to win the 50-50 balls. They've got to go up with the defender and find a way to start coming down with them.
And this time, contact and another incomplete pass. And he won't be close to a first down as he runs into a wall right around the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
It's now 4th down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this 3rd quarter as he'll go for it on 4th down. Here's Brady to throw. Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it, and it'll be a turnover on downs. Now Jackson on 1st down. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. And he slides to avoid the hit. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, 1st down.
Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
Throwing is Jackson. Open man is Ross, complete. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. John Ross, his 10th touchdown of the season, 2nd of the game, as his guys continue to pour it on. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and that will extend this big lead. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll bring it a few past the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
At their own 23-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave him great field position, turned it into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
That throw by Brady incomplete. Julian Edelman, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down. Just a little beyond the reach there of his receiver. That's probably one he wishes he had back.
He wishes it had been 7-on-7 in practice, or maybe even routes versus air, because that's a completion he makes, what, 9.9 times out of 10?
And Brady going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line. He was looking for Edelman there.
The Bengals take over first and 10 at the 20-yard line.
58, come on.
I'm on.
Throwing now, Jackson on first down. This is caught. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. A great play there with touchdown number 12 on the year. And the Bengals use the short field to their advantage as they cash in for 6. Oh, and it's no good. He tugged it wide left, and that will keep our score right where it is. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They've got to dig down deep. I mean, they need something right now, really anything to cling on to. This offense has struggled.
Partner, join me in a walk to their locker room at the half, okay? Because I think what we would have seen is an offensive coordinator and his assistant coaches getting together with all their positions, then coming together as a group, going over adjustments, and then the head coach coming in and just screaming, "Wake up!
Yeah.
Let's get moving, guys."
I'm kind of glad we weren't in there at halftime, actually.
I mean, you think he might have turned it on us, too?
Yeah, but right now, whatever was said hasn't been working. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. New England on third down. It has been a disaster. 0 for 8 thus far. They're up against a 3rd-and-1 situation. Now Brady, and that's complete. It's Watson. And he's able to get the first before he's taken down at the 36. It'll be a pickup of 4, good enough to earn him yet another first down. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10.
Tighten up. Pull it together.
They will run with White out of the shotgun. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. A 10-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Patriot first down. They held him in check in the first half, but that's his longest carry of the game right there.
So would this be the definition of fresh legs since he didn't get much done in the first half? Now he has a great opportunity. He's taking full advantage of it.
They go right back to White here on first down. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
What an advantage having an elite guy in the middle of the defensive line, because not only does he take up the space and let the linebackers run free, but he can also make plays himself, as we just saw there.
On second down now, it's White. He's got the first down and more inside the 40. And finally down at the 36-yard line.
We'll definitely see some open running lanes, and he's taking advantage of it right now, but that shouldn't be a surprise. Defense has the lead. They're playing for the pass first.
So they'll come up in Bengals territory now with a 1st and 10 at the 36. They defer to White out of the shotgun. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Hey, when you get good yardage like that on 1st down, it really does a whole lot of good for your entire offense. But I love the way he's finishing those runs. At the end of things, he's making sure he gets just a little bit extra.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check. Switch, switch. Begin.
From the 29, Brady gets it to Meredith complete. And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. Cameron Meredith, his first touchdown on the year. And the Pats able to eat in just a bit to this sizable deficit. So they will get on the scoreboard here. Give them credit for that. Too little, too late, but no 0. Are you're going slow clap on me.
Not very nice, is it?
No, but they haven't been very nice on offense. It's been a struggle. Gostkowski now, after the touchdown, he'll send this one away. Fielded about a yard deep. And all that worked, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Bengals drive about to get going. And, Charles, we are in the midst of a very one-sided affair. I think this is where you and I have to fill a little bit. You want to regale us with old stories of your childhood in New Paltz, New York?
I don't think anyone wants to hear that, but this is a perfect time for us to start listing MVP candidates, right? The best teams we've seen so far this year, the best games that we've called thus far, how we anticipate the season unfolding. We can go in so many different directions. Because the game...
And he's into the clear. The 40, the 20, 10, and all the way in for a Cincinnati score. A big play there. 75 yards as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. So another score there. Often you talk about the 3 phases of the game. Defense, offense, special teams. It's been a clean sweep in this one, hasn't it?
It certainly has. They've been pretty dominant throughout this game. And privately, the head coach will add a 4th phase. That's the coaching. And he'll tell the ownership that as he tries to negotiate a new contract off of this win.
So they are looking strong here in the 4th quarter.
Let's go, boys. Bring it up.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Pats at the line, ready to go. And that recipe on their last drive that resulted in a touchdown looked pretty good, so they'll be hoping to do that once more.
And it takes me back to when we sat with the offensive coordinator and the head coach. They felt pretty good about their game plan and thought there were some holes in the defense, and they exploited them the last time out. Let's see if they can come back and put together a similar drive.
And we'll see if they can do just that. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. Now Brady. He finds Dorsett. It's complete. 28 yards the gain there on the catch and run. But we know Dorsett can make those plays with that top-end speed. You think back to the Combine 5 years ago when he ran a 4.33. And now in his 3rd season in New England after 2 in Indianapolis, but only 290 yards last year. Patriots want to utilize him more. Now, meanwhile, the throw by Brady knocked away, incomplete. Right there on the coverage was the safety, Jesse Bates. Brady's incompletion on 1st down leads to a 2nd and 10. To throw again, Brady. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off by the Alabama man, Dre Kirkpatrick. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line. Well, I get it, Charles. Desperate times call for desperate measures. Down big. They just sent their receivers out, let it fly. But the defense, they were ready.
Yeah, and there aren't too many people left in this stadium that couldn't see that coming. But that's not a major criticism at all because you had to try it. What you're hoping for is one of your athletes out-athletes everyone else and makes a dramatic play.
Watch the pass. Light 51.
Jackson on 1st down. And he'll find Hall. Past the 20. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. A big play there. 55 yards as his guys continue to pour it on.
There's no doubt in my mind.
And do you hear that? Do you hear the...
It's not scales, right? No. I don't hear scales. Do I actually hear a tune being warbled?
I think the fat lady's humming.
Yeah, she's doing more than humming. She's belting it out right now.
She's full bore.
Yeah, this thing is flat out finished.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate. And, of course, they'd like to forget the inning, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part two, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off...
And he'll take it into the end zone for a Patriot touchdown. James White with touchdown number 8 on the year. And the Patriots able to get this back to within at least some measure of respectability. Extra point good by Gostkowski as they make the score just a slight bit more respectable here in the final quarter of play.
Patriots 14.
Gostkowski now after the touchdown. He'll send this one away. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not a great return here. He'll make it back only to the 10-yard line.
Anytime you field a kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Throwing on first down, it's Jackson. And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Mike Bennett, what a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So following the sack, they'll try to change their fortune here on 2nd and 13.
Sponge! No!
Now a handoff here to his running back. He's got room to run past the 20. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals.
And now we've hit that stage of the game, partner, where one of our predecessors, one of the great commentators of all time, he used to sing in this situation when this game appeared to be over.
I know the fat lady's been singing for some time.
No, not her at all. This
but
is one of
she's
our guys.
singing too.
Oh, she's
on like the 5th tune.
Yeah, she left Scales way behind, but he used to sing something about turning out the lights. The party was over.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken about the 12. And good starting field position. He'll get this one all the way up to about the 35-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. And coming off a one-play drive that was so deflating for the defense, what's their mentality? How do they rally here and stop this offense?
Well, hopefully there's some determination that sets in because they weren't ready to go on the last one. Give all the credit to the offensive guys for getting it done, but to allow a run of that length, that's just not being prepared. So now, are they determined? Are they ready to read their keys and make the proper plays?
And we'll see how determined they are. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. And that is not going to get it done either. Once again, he's stopped behind the line by this Bengals D. That backs him up 1 yard and brings up 3rd down. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Patriots with the football as we get you reset. They face a third down now as they try to find a late score. Blitz coming, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury.
Hold us down. We're going to keep getting sacks.
All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on fourth down. They're going for it.
Watch twist, watch twist, watch twist. Twist, twist.
Under 10.
72.
Brady to throw for it on fourth down. Space to maneuver at the 40. Dorsett making the catch. And he's across for the touchdown. Too little, too late, but he does get in for 6.
No wonder you're grinning. You just beat me in our fantasy league.
Indeed I did, my good man.
That's a whole lot of points still to be down. But congratulations, they're still fighting, and they scored another touchdown.
My old high school coach used to say, Charles, he said, sometimes you win, sometimes you lose, and sometimes you wish you never had showed up.
Could have saved the gas money, the hotel, what have you, huh?
So still lots of work left to do, but here comes the onside kick. The Bengals going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. Well, fourth quarter, they felt like they needed the football back. Unfortunately, they couldn't get it.
And I know we brought analytics into the game, and someone has said here that the data says that when a team's expecting an onside kick, 80% of the time, the team expecting it, they do actually recover the ball, which is what we saw here. I just wonder if that number is much more of a anecdotal type of a number. Kind of like when the coaches tell us, well, when you score on special teams, 93% of the time you win the game. I'm still waiting to see that number is empirical.
He's got a first down and more inside the 30. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly.
Well, this game is definitely over, but we do know some people like to go ahead and continue to add to their score, don't we?
Yeah, I don't know that they need to add any more right now, though. I'm just starting to think about those dinner plans tonight, my friend.
Well, you and I will be thinking about dinner plans, but we also know that plenty of people are thinking, how can I get some more scores for my fantasy, for other things? They're trying to figure that part out now.
By the way, last weekend we went sushi because that's what you wanted. We're going steak tonight.
I'm in.
All right. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this one? Oh, he can't get away, and Brady will go down.
That right now, that's a defeated team out there. I think you can see it totally in their body language.
Hands on hips, heads low. It's just been a struggle from the start.
Yeah, this team has been thoroughly beaten right from the word go.
And he's going to be brought down. Back at his own 6-yard line. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Tough spot for the Pats now after the sack as Brady will lead him up 3rd and long.
Check out, read. Out.
To throw is Brady. And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it.
I got you. Slam. Kill.
Let's go on. No, 66. Easy.
They'll go for it. It's Brady. And it is incomplete. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And an utter disaster as the ball's going to go over on downs at the 2-yard line. So this one fairly well in the bag as they take over with a 1st and goal.
Here we go, here we go. 6-6, pull it, pack.
Oh, Jackson's going to throw it, and this will be caught. And the carnage continues. It's another touchdown. Now Bullock to add the extra point. Flip it to the kicker. He looks like he's going to throw it. And this fake extra point attempt failed big time. Not only did they not get it, they went backwards. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The Pats at the line, ready to go. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all the time.
And he'll be taken down by the Bengal pressure. Now the Patriots going to use one of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18.
Switch it, come on, switch it.
Hey, 66.
Now Brady gets it to Gordon. He's at the 50. He's at the 30, 20, 10. And somewhat of a measure of revenge as he's in for the touchdown, but they still trail big time.
He'll take it, but he won't be able to smile about it. Well, I do have one word for that touchdown for you, partner. You ready?
Yeah.
Cosmetics.
Just makes things look a little better. I don't know. It's like putting lipstick on a pig.
Yeah, and it's hard to do, too. And the pig doesn't like the lipstick a heck of a lot, but you do like the fact that they're battling down the stretch, still trying to put something on the board, even though this game is over.
By the way, how rude is that to the pig? Look at all the things they give us. Pulled pork, bacon. And this is caught, so they do get the 2. Still a very large deficit, but maybe something to feel a little better about. So despite the huge deficit, they're going to keep fighting. Here comes the onside kick. And this is going to be snuffed out. The Bengals recover. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie.
Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you. 52's the mic right here, over there, right.
And despite the late lead, Jackson to throw. He's going to take a shot right away for the end zone. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feeling like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for Cincinnati, it's a 10th win of the year now as they move to 10-4. And they will hit the road next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for the Patriots, their slim playoff hopes are gone now as they fall to 5-9. And they'll try again next week at home against New England. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Yeah. Yeah.
Ay, yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. Same packet, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel got a bird's eye view, hotel got a waiting room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby, I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks, I got some trusted shoes. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked, it's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes, wins come in twos, cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate some news. Ay. I do a good job, pull up and pop out and pull out. Head on and hood on, pedal to metal. When I put my foot on, I got to put on. I got a bad one, they wanna keep me, oh that's a good one. Pockets are dense, I think my bread is hard as a crouton. Receipts in my pocket don't come with a coupon. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Touchdown, 8th floor, come down, hotel, lobby. Receptionist, what now? 11 a.m., check out. Might give her one foul, just to tell her it's one now. How come? I need rest, no recess in my schedule. Right. Mama used to serve vegetables, now half the meals got tentacles. Right. Half the Emirates need a reservation and half my money goes straight to taxes. But I don't trip about it, that's what happens when you got dreams closer than a match. And plus all your boys got expensive habits. So I know what they're thinking, they don't even gotta say it. Nope. They ain't thinking they just made it. I know how to make everybody feel famous. I don't gotta work no day shift. I don't gotta split no payment. I don't gotta answer questions. Right. And I don't need you to okay it. Yeah. Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gon' be from old age. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody gon' want revenge, somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown.
They check it to 10.
Hey.